Time now on Pigskin Preview to visit with the head coach of the East Texas Baptist University Tigers, Mark Sartain. Last Saturday night, the Tigers moved their season record to 2-2 overall and 1-1 in American Southwest Conference play with a thrilling come-from-behind victory over McMurray University 23-21. ETBU senior kicker Brett Petticord drilled a 19-yard field goal with 15 seconds left to give the Tigers the points needed for victory. And Coach Sartain, I was very surprised to see Petticord kicking because you didn't have him available in the Texas Lutheran game. Miraculous recovery? What happened?
Not miraculous, just finally recovered. You know, he was hurt 3 weeks ago. We didn't have him for the Redlands game initially, and he wasn't full strength. He'd had a kind of a freakish little incident in practice the day before, and so we had been without him for 2 weeks, and it was certainly good to see him return Saturday.
He had 3 field goals in that ball game to lead ETBU to victory. And one thing about McMurray, I really was impressed how your defensive play. They're called the air raid offense, but you got to their quarterback 9 sacks in the ball game. What kind of defensive scheme did you change on, or did you change anything to go against our passing attack?
Well, Coach Chancellor and I, we wanted something. We wanted to show them something they hadn't seen, and of course we developed a little bit of a scheme that I think probably will probably be imitated against them here in the next few weeks. But a little different approach. We put 5 down linemen in the game in order to take advantage of matchups on the offensive line with them and not take anyone out of coverage to do that. And it served us very well, primarily just to get them off balance, to sort of get that game out of rhythm, and then went back to some of our normal schemes to sort of, offer change-ups throughout the course of the game. But initially showed them something completely different that I think really gained some momentum for us and kind of put them on their heels.
Listen to Pigskin Preview, talking with the head coach of ETBU, Mark Sartain, and because of performances by your 2 players in that game, they were named American Southwest Conference Players of the Week. Talk about those 2 players. One is Petticord, of course, and the other one, your defensive lineman, Evan Bitton.
Well, Petticord, of course, 3 field goals, 1 a game winner, as well as a very, very good night punting the ball. He flipped the field for us on 2 or 3 occasions late in the game that kept McMurray back in their end of the field, and of course that's always an advantage when they have a longer distance to go. That was one thing that we didn't give them this year at all, was a short field to work with, and we did that 2 or 3 times last year. And of course Brett just did an incredible job. Very, very cool under pressure, and came through for us in a big way in some big moments. Evan Beaton, tremendous football player. What can I say? He could have probably been the conference player of the week 3 times already this year. He's put in tremendous performances for a defensive tackle. Is one of our leading tacklers overall, and of course the 3 sacks. Just a tribute to the effort that he puts into it every day and every week. He's a tremendous football player for us.
Well, tomorrow on ESPN 1450 AM, the ETBU Tigers take on Hardin-Simmons University in Abilene. Hardin-Simmons, one of the teams in the nation, ranked very high, lost to University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, another highly ranked team in our conference. What do you expect from Hardin-Simmons?
The same thing they've given us for 3 years now. I mean, they're going to attack us. They've got their 6th-year senior, Justin Feaster, back for another shot at us. Hardin-Simmons is a team that ETBU's never defeated on the football field. The last 3 years, we've had some great opportunities. Last year we lost on a last-minute field goal. We missed one. They made one on a sloppy field, at Ornelas. And then 2 years ago, we had them on the ropes, and they pulled a couple of trick plays out of their hat, and then we didn't convert on a 4th down late in the 4th quarter, and we got beat by 2. 2 years ago, we turned the ball over 5 times inside their 20-yard line, and you can't win against anybody like that, much less a good football team. So, we feel like it's time for us to put one together against these guys.
How much of a motivational factor is, as we said, ETBU's never beaten Hardin-Simmons before. How much has that been played in workouts this week, saying, "Hey, let's make some history here"?
Well, I mean, that's one of our mantras. We want to make history, but it needs to be a statement game for our football team. I told them yesterday after practice that any team can put together one in a row. Any team can come up and muster one great game. but it's a true mark of a contender and a championship mentality when we can string a couple together, especially against an opponent like Hardin-Simmons.
Well, best of luck to the Tigers tomorrow.
Thanks, Mike.
Visiting with the head coach of the ETBU Tigers, Mark Sartain, here on Pigskin Preview. Join us tomorrow on ESPN 1450 AM as the Tigers take on Hardin-Simmons University. This is Mike Midkiff reporting for Pigskin Preview.